We're going to turn this 25-year-old neglected, rusted suspension and turn it into the most capable rig money can buy. Welcome to my YouTube channel, mate. Fucking dogs. Does that look good? Yo, what's up, guys? Yeah, I'm just a YouTuber. Welcome, guys. This is my YouTube channel. My name's Lockie Guy, and this is my first ever YouTube video, so mind it if I'm a bit awkward. But yeah, this is my 2001 Junior Patrol factory TD. You know the drill. Come on. Yeah, this is a bit of a video on my suspension and everything I did. It's a bit spicy, so you'd want to stick around. 5 Lincoln long arm, you know the drill. I've been putting off YouTube for a while. You know, I've been tossing up whether to do it or not, but I've pulled the plug. So, you know, I did the bull bar, I've also done my rear bar, and I was meant to film videos on that. I'm sorry, but yeah. So this video is a bit different to others you'd watch online, like Tyler's, Timmy Has Heart, all those kind of videos. They're a lot more in-depth than mine. I don't have a proper camera with an SD card and stuff like that, so mine's a bit more each stage. I'm not actually going in depth because I don't have enough storage to actually film in depth. But I hope you can bear in mind that this is my first video, so I'm kind of learning as I go. But I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I did. This took me a very long time. It took me about a month to put in. Did it all on the ground with just bloody jacks and high-lift jacks. It was sketchy, but we got there in the end. It drives. I haven't died yet in it. Brakes all work. This is the first time I've ever done anything with suspension, so tag along. Alright, so I've got stuck in already. Taking off some of the front arms and everything that connects to the diff. So I've got all the brake lines, ABS lines, all that kind of shit. Yeah, I've clamped off all the brake lines so it doesn't leak. Also disconnected the tail shaft as well. Cheeky dog sitting over there. Alrighty, so had a decently big night last night and fucking got the diff out. Look how bare it is. This is my first time doing anything like this, so everything's new to me. And it's honestly quite wild seeing a whole diff out in front of me. Don't mind this little bit of rust from a bit of rain last night. I didn't realise I was going to do that, but oh well. Better weld on the diff guard. Got the superior diff guard. But yeah, let's crack into it. Diff is all prepped. Just wire weld everything, got it all nice and clean. I'm just gonna chuck on the mount. Top line, everywhere underneath, and then I can go on that back to bare paint. And then I didn't actually buy the superior weld-on kit. I only bought the diff guard, so I'm gonna have to actually make this by scratch. So I'll get a bit of cardboard and mark out the angle that I need and how long, etc. Grind it all back and chuck it with a bit of weld-through primer. Also do the back side of this diff guard and start cracking into welding this thing, eh? It's gonna look fucking mint. The mounts all on. When you're welding something like this and you want, you know, quite, I guess, aesthetic welds, something on the front of your housing. If you notice where I've tacked, I've actually just tacked where I want him to stop and start. So, you know, obviously one run there, stop, there, and it just gives you a rough guide to where you need to, you know, I guess go. but it's a little bit gappy on the bottom, but nothing I can't sort out. Just going to start measuring this up now and cut this piece out, get a bit of cardboard and trace it and shit like that. But yeah, I've got the well through primer on back side of this and also the whole front diff cover. Got the bracelet tacked on. Just doing 50mm stitches with a 100mm gap. Just marked them off on the RHS. And what you'll notice, each tack I've feathered. Just on the inside where it's gonna join. So no need to do it on the outside, but just on the inside where the start stop is. This probably, like, you probably don't need to be this particular when it comes to the loading procedure on this, but it's a good practice to get into with anything structural, you know. It just gets rid of that blobbiness on your tacks, especially when you're actually marking out with tacks. It gets rid of that blobbiness, and it's also a lot more of a structural weld because it's a deeper penetration as it gets to that last tack instead of sitting on top, if that makes sense. Dime bags on it, son. What do you know about it? Boss. Diff's all braced up and fucking painted. Come up, man. Got fucking stable on the big tools, mate, eh? Making a meal out of it. Full underbody painted as well. Gonna look brand new. How good. Alrighty, got the shock extensions in. Oh. Radius arm and top link in. This fucking thing was a shit fight. Because it's such a big extension, you had to take so much off. So ugly to look at. But it should be right. You have to bend the coil, everything's fucked. But we got there in the end. Diff's under, good to go. Got it sitting at rod height, got all the arms in, top arms, everything. The only thing I need to do is the steering dampener. But what I've done to set the kingpin angle, jacked up the rear housing, and I've had the back bolts in for the top arm, and I've just adjusted it so once this has been set at 3 degrees, because you want to have it between 3 and 4 degrees. Zero it out. Check it top. That's both arms have been set. She's a little bit too far. So I need to jack it back up and adjust it. Alrighty, jack's off. Got it sitting at 3.8, 3.9. Just kind of chopping and changing between the degrees. But yeah, everything on. Just need to get the steering dampener and tail shaft. A few brake lines and stuff as well, but should be good to go soon. Front end. You're kidding. Wow. Quick little update. So I've got the whole front end in. Just got to do the driver's side brake line. And then we started pulling apart the rear end. And I'm doing the rear mounts. So chopped off the original mount. Done the jig, center the hole. So I've done all that, ground it all back and put on some weld through primer. Got to do one side at a time. And also on my wagon, the there was a fuel tank around there that we had to pull off. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this, if you've got a spare fuel tank or whatever. But yeah, got the mounts here. So let's lay down some dimes, eh? Got the mount all done. Clutch tube welded in. Right. Get the arm sitting over there. I'll let this paint dry and then chuck her in. Have a look at that. One side all buttoned in. Wow. It's bloody beautiful, isn't it? Now I've got to take that one. Just coming together real nice. You are kidding. Wow. Both sides are all in. Jesus. These are cunts to do, I cannot lie. But they're all in. 1, 2, skip a few, and she's done. It really just slipped my mind filming everything. I was just so keen to get it all in and fucking... Yeah, this nearly took me 3 weekends. It's 3 weeks off the road. I'll just give you a look at what we've done. So 4-inch spring. Got a retainer in. Rear shock. This bushing here on my old shock seized. Took me like nearly a whole day just to get it off. Had to use a blowtorch and everything. Pry it off. Snapped a couple flatheads. Shit, it was a bloody nightmare. Panholds all in. What else do we got? We have the sexy long arms. Come on. Got the up control arms. Do not mind that. I'll fix that. You did not say that. Have the sway bar extensions, and as you can see, you can take them out. Disconnectable rear sway bar, how good's that? But she come up a bloody tree. Are you serious? Gonna have to make a new exhaust sooner than I thought as well, because she's tapping on the shock, which is no good. And now, for some reason, it's also resting on the cross member when it's never done that before. So, fuck knows what happened. I'll just work here. Don't ask me. Alrighty, came out to the local 4B track. Finally found something I can get full flex on. Let me tell you, it was a bit of a struggle. But shock's maxed out. Let's get a little bit close. Slowly. Flexing up good in the rear. Wouldn't mind a bit more travel out of it. This is with sway bars in as well. I think there might be a little bit more travel with the shock, so I just have to test that. It's only just touching the bump, not squishing it at all. But fuck, really, should not look what he needs. Where's long arm? Wow. Stayed a pretty center. Starting to travel a little bit that way, but it's not too bad. Yeah, she's working bloody mint. A few little tweaks with the shocks. Could even get bigger shocks in the rear. I've only got 12-inch travel in the rear, and they go up to, I believe, 14 is the biggest one you can get. So might have to do a few changes, but yeah, she's come up mint, boys.